The holographic model of the Oak Ridge Community Library shimmered in the center of Alex's minimalist office, a monument of glass and steel. It was perfect, symmetrical, efficient, and according to the town hall meeting he'd just left, it was a soulless box. Alex, a wonderkind who had won a Pritzker Prize before he was 30, ran a hand through his hair in disbelief. How could these people not see the genius in its lines? He drove to the current library, a crumbling brick building that smelled of old paper and rain. He needed the original blueprints, hoping to find some forgotten structural detail he could homage to appease the sentimental townsfolk. Behind a massive oak desk sat Eleanor Vance, the head librarian for 40 years. Her silver hair was in a neat bun, and her eyes, magnified by her spectacles, held the quiet depth of the archives she kept. "The blueprints?" she asked, her voice soft as a turning page. "Certainly. But the real plans for this building aren't on paper, Mr. Sterling." Alex gave a tight, condescending smile. "I'm sure. I'll just take the paper ones for now." "Thank you." He spent an hour poring over the faded documents, ignoring Eleanor as she tried to tell him about the Sunbeam Nook where generations of children had learned to read. Weeks passed. Alex submitted 3 new designs, each more technically advanced than the last. Each was met with colder reception. He was on the verge of quitting the project, his reputation on the line, when he found himself back at the library late one night, drawn by a single light burning in a basement window. He found Eleanor not with blueprints, but with boxes of old, yellowed library checkout cards and photo albums she didn't look up as he entered. "This one," she said, pointing to a card, "where the wild things are. Checked out by a Daniel Miller in 1978, and here, by his daughter, Sarah, in 2002, and last week, by his grandson, Leo, all from that same worn copy in the children's corner." She opened a photo album to a picture of a clumsy, hand-painted mural of a tree on one of the walls. "The story tree," she said. "Every summer a new child got to paint a leaf on it. It's not on any blueprint, but it's the heart of this building." She kept going, her voice weaving a narrative of first loves discovered in the poetry aisle, of quiet friendships forged in the history section, of lives changed between the shelves. She wasn't describing a building, she was describing a home. Alex looked at the holographic model still glowing on his tablet, a cold, beautiful, and utterly empty vessel. He finally understood. His design had no chapters, no story. It was a book with a stunning cover and blank pages. "Miss Vance," he said, his voice quiet with a humility he hadn't felt in years, "can you show me more?" He didn't touch his design software for a week. Instead, he sat with Eleanor in the archives. He listened. At the final town meeting, he didn't show a hologram. He showed a simple, hand-drawn sketch. The entrance opened into a grand, circular atrium built around a magnificent living tree, the story tree. The children's section was a cozy, multi-level nook, bathed in sunlight. There were quiet corners for 2 chairs. Not one. It was still modern, still brilliant, but it was alive with echoes of the past. "A building stores books," Alex told the silent crowd, "but a library stores our stories." He then turned and gestured to Eleanor, who stood beside him. "I had the blueprints, but my co-architect, Ms. Vance, had the soul." The applause that followed wasn't just for the building, it was for the home they had almost lost and had just found again.